Hey guys, having a problem with my 350Z. It's a 2005. On startup, it takes about 5 seconds to start up, and throws the traction control off light and the slip light, and they just stay on constantly, as well as the service engine soon light as well is on. We've got 3 lights on. I'll show you a clip of that next. I've got my checkers. We're going to check for codes, and we'll see what we can do to solve this problem. I've got almost 90,000 miles on it. It's a video about changing the camshaft position sensor. We're going to go ahead and change both of them in this video, and I'll check the circuit bank. So here are the 3 lights that kick on. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can show you this thing back here. It is right down in there. In the frame of the car here, and it's just right down. See if I get this thing so you can see it. Alright, so I've got our parts in the mail. Camshaft positioner sensor A and B. That one, see it there, is straight. And this one here is angled. The angled one actually goes on the driver's side of the car. The straight one, of course, goes on the passenger side. I'll show you that in a minute. Tools you'll need are a crescent wrench, 10mm. Stumpy socket wrench is good to have. A ratchet. And 10mm angled, anything that's kind of tight in there. But whatever you have, I'm going to try to take off as little as I can to get it done. You could take off the intake, and you could take off some wires and clips and things that are in your way if you want to. And it's back behind here. I'll get a flashlight and show you that in a sec. So it is. It's right there. This wire here is plugging into it. It's the gray connector right in front of this hose. There's a bolt on the bottom, just one bolt that holds it in. You just got to get your hands in there and find a way to back that bolt out. And I'll zoom out slow so you can kind of get an idea of where it is. Back behind there, all underneath that. But you can get your hand around into the left side if you got a small enough hand. And get to that one. And I'll show you the other one on the other side. It's a little easier. Just down right in front of this wiring harness, I loosened this right here so I could move this hose around a little more. Because it is right down there. That's it right there. I already loosened the bolt, you see. That's the same gray plug as the other side. One bolt. This one bolt you can actually see. On the driver's side, this is underneath it directly. You reach your hand around and feel it, and you'll be able to feel the head of the nut. And we're going to pull these out and do what we can do to fix it up. Okay, so I just got the bad one out. This is the new one. The clip that goes on here, once you get it loose a little bit, you can turn it and see that the plug on it has it's all gray, but it has a green sleeve. Alright, here's some pointers on getting to the Okay, so I just got the bad one out. This is the new one. the clip that goes on here, once you get it loose a little bit, you can turn it and see that the plug on it has it's all gray, but it has a green sleeve. Alright, here's some pointers on getting to the screw heads and getting them loose. I've got a 10mm wrench. It's about a 5-inch wrench, 4.5, something like that. And shorter is better. So I would go as short as possible if you can find one that's 3 inches even, or even one that just has a handle on it. You get in there, because there's a lot of fidgeting. You'll be trying to, in there with your hands all twisted up, trying to balance this thing and get it around that screw head and just get it broken. Good news is, once you get it one good turn, you can just back it out with just 2 fingers. So it's easy once you get the one good turn in. But getting your hands in there, and smaller hands would help. Mine are a little wide. Anyway, let's see what happens. You see, this is the plug that was plugged into. So you turn around and you'll be looking at the back of this green slot, and you just push it in. And it's fairly easy. Just use your thumb and push it, and it'll slide in about 1/4 of an inch. And then it'll just wiggle right off. I assume when you plug it back in, this green thing will slide back out. Alright, so when you push it in far enough, you'll hear it click and it'll just pop all the way back out. So to get it out, you just push this green thing down that way, and it'll just push fairly easy. When you push it back in, once it's seated just right, it'll go click, and then you'll be good. You just mount it back in. Alright, I got it out here so you can see it better. Just push that down. You hear that click. You gotta wiggle it off while it's still down. I'm probably gonna need 2 hands. Alright, so I'm on the passenger side now. Here's the bolt. You just keep turning it with your fingers until it breaks loose. Back it out. Be careful not to drop it. You don't want to go fishing bolts out of engines. And you reach back down in here and grab it and just give it a good wiggle. There you go. Should back right out. You turn and you find that plug. Oh, it looks like it's gray on this side, but just give it a good push down with your thumb. You should be able to wiggle that black gray part off. This one seems a little tougher, so I'm going to use a screwdriver and give it a little assistance. There we go. I'll slid apart there. Let me get the new one on. Alright, so we got it all back in there. It's really hard to get that bolt in. That takes about twice as long as the other side, if not 3 times as long. But altogether, the whole job took about 45 minutes, so that's not that bad. Other than that, I had to stop in the middle to order parts, but that's about it. We're going to go start it up and check the readings and see what it says. Alright, so here's the new one. See, I'll slide in the white section. Little tooth. You go toward the larger section of the thing, but you're going to have the white there to line up with. So like this. And then when you click it in, you'll see this black thing click. And push it together. There it goes. Click all the way back up. Now we just got to remount it. We're good to go. We're going to start her up and see what happens.